We're on a treasure hunt, and I think the most significant thing to us is probably the money pit.
Yeah.
So let's get to it. We have in front of us a very fine exhibit. I really like this. These are the canisters.
There.
I guess in my view, there were two big things this year that we wanted to accomplish. One was to find out where those metals were coming from, and the other is to see what the garden shaft itself could tell us. We got down to 95-ish feet. We start just about to commence our horizontal drilling, which is one of the purposes, and we were flooded out, and not just flooded out, big time flooded out.
I mean, what's always interested me about it is this tunnel goes right into the baby blob, right?
Yes.
And so I'm super interested in what's happening in that direction.
Fred, are the amount of metals you see consistent with a treasure that was once there and gone, or not?
Those metal anomalies that we've been seeing are truly anomalous. So to answer your question, in order to be getting those anomalies, there still has to be something present in the subsurface.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You're right.
Yeah, you're damn right on that.
You ready, Billy?
Like, my feeling is we are not seeing residuals from things that were deposited and extracted decades or hundreds of years ago. The area that I think I would put one would be just north of the blob. And the reason is we know the blob is where we're seeing the metal anomalies, and we know the water flow is coming from that direction.
Except that you don't have enough sampling. You have no sampling up there, none.
No.
Guys, I have a thought that hasn't been floated before. Guys, I have a thought that hasn't been floated before. I'm thinking what we do is we take this pad, we cut right back here a long ways, open this whole area up, and we continue our sonic drilling up, and we can do some more testing up here. We don't know what's going on up there.
Right now, our search is leading us here, and even here.
In the war room, Marty Lagina has just made a bold proposal for next year that he hopes could finally pinpoint the possible buried treasure that has been detected between 80 and 120 feet underground in the money pit area. His plan may necessitate removing tons of earth, as well as the rock formation that surrounds the garden shaft, to create a flat surface that will allow for the drilling of new 6-inch boreholes and subsequent water tests within them.
I think you have to, in terms of the science, you have to continue to explore that.
Dr. Fred Michael is absolutely rock solid that there's some quantity of metal that's giving off these metals in the water. We drilled the heck out of the baby blob and we didn't find anything. So I want to dig to the northeast between the baby blob and the garden shaft until we get more data. We can put some potential caissons on here just so we all know what is possible.
I'd be open to Aladdin's Cave.
Yeah, that's been a very interesting area from what I've been looking at.
One of my areas of interest is just outside of RF1. I mean, RF1 is, to me, the original money pit location. Another area I'd like to go back to is just around H8. I mean, clearly that was one of the more interesting areas that we've drilled into in the money pit. With a caisson this size, we can cover a lot more ground.
In addition to the region surrounding the garden shaft, the team has recovered evidence in 3 other locations that suggest there could be numerous deposits of treasure in the money pit area.